Super tap is a simple digital delay that can be used for anything from a single slap repeat to a complex rhythmic loop. It's easy to use, and the graphic display clearly shows what's going on. Let's say we just want a simple mono delay, like for a vocal. Simple. Just use one of the delay lines in mono. In the lower box, you see the delay lines with an on-off switch, volume and panning settings, and a slider to determine the length of each delay. For a mono single tap, we would turn off the direct sound. Use that only if you've inserted the plugin inline. Pan it up the middle, and adjust the time to suit the material. I like to use rhythmic subdivisions unless I'm going for an unusual effect. For vocals, an eighth note or a dotted eighth works great. You can see we're in grid mode, so 2/16 equals 1/8 note. Let's hear that on a vocal.
You can feel the crowd standing, the music playing loudly, the lights, the brighter the better.
So we have one single repeat after the vocal, an eighth note later. Feedback loops the delay back onto itself to create multiple repeats at the same subdivision of time. So here in an eighth note, we'll hear more repeats.
You can feel the crowd standing.
Until it finally trails away. Let's hear what that sounds like in the music.
You can feel the crowd standing, the music playing loudly, the lights, the brighter the better, the smoke, the brighter the better.
It makes her sound like a star, and yet she's still clear in the music. It doesn't take up too much space. I'm going to switch sessions here to show you a multitap. Adding a second delay line adds for a greater sense of space since the two delay lines can be panned opposite each other. Here's an example of background vocals with an eighth note on one side and a dotted eighth on the other side.
Give me one night to share my love with you. Just one night, baby, just us two.
You can hear the repeats going across the stereo field. Let's hear that with the music.
Give me one night to share my love with you. Just one night, baby, just us two.
You can hear how it gives the background vocals some dimensionality and some excitement in the music, but it doesn't take up a lot of room in the mix. If we add a little modulation, just a slow amount, now the repeats are not exactly robotic every time. It adds more of a human choir effect.
Give me one night to share my love with you. Just one night, baby, just us two.
This panning effect works great on other things like guitars. Here's the dry guitar. Pretty boring. Amazingly exciting. When I have it in line like this, I can control the volume either by grabbing the delays here or turning the gain up and down in the numeric boxes. I like to use a less audible single tap on a bass guitar to give it a little depth in a mix. Here's dry. And here's with a very short delay time, pan almost mono. It helps the bass merge into the rest of the rhythm section. Modulation is a great way to create a chorus effect. Let's hear a chorus on that bass. You can see the modulation is 5 milliseconds at a very slow rate. And you can hear the cone filtering. I've exaggerated the level so that we can hear the effect. I would probably use less. More delay lines gives you more opportunity to create wild effects. SuperTap 6 has 6 independent delay lines which can be set to any value. These delay lines can be panned around in different ways to create great rhythmic loops. This might sound weird by itself, but listen to it in the music. So you can get very creative rhythmically without taking up too much space in your mix. Use SuperTap as a delay, a widener, a thickener, or a rhythmic looper.